hello and welcome back. Today I am going to be attempting to Nuzlocke Pokemon Run and Bun, which is considered by many to be the hardest Nuzlocke ever done, which I'm neither an expert nor am I a novice, so we'll just have to see how this goes. This is going to take a long time to finish, considering, well, especially considering I can't do this full-time. I have a full-time job, so I can't dedicate as much time to this as I would like to. But hopefully the time commitment ends up being worth it. Is of course the intro as usual I have to get through. If you're familiar with Pokemon, I'm sure you know how this goes. Who am I? I am Juniper. Which conveniently is the exact number of characters I have allowed. You might notice that it automatically went to lowercase letters after the first capital, unlike the original where they're still using all caps names by default, but that's just one of the modernizations they've done. This game is largely based on Gen 8 mechanics. It does have some modifications made to them. It's kind of a lot to it, so it's not like I can go over all of that right now. What time is it? 7:37 p.m. Yeah, 7:37. Close enough. I have tried dabbling a little bit in this game just to see what it's like. Just so I kind of know what I'm doing. I never actually got far in the game. So this is largely going to be new to me. Hey, can my computer not give me random notifications, please? I did set up in OBS a new capture for my browser, just because I'm going to need to use the calculator and reference documents a lot. This would basically be impossible without them. here I need to choose a starter, which are actually the Sinnoh starters, and they have their hidden abilities. And note that this is based on Gen 8, so Piplup does have Defiant rather than competitive, which I think is a big disappointment. I think Shell Armor and plus the ability Iron Fist are much more valuable. But since this is my first attempt, I think I'm gonna have to go with Turtwig, which with its early game power and Shell Armor ability is the most consistent option. Of course, Glyphs is just a tutorial, so it's not gonna be difficult. I'm a bit tired, I have to admit. I didn't get as much sleep as I probably should have. But I did end up resting all day yesterday after my model debut. But yeah, I almost forgot about it. Nicknames. Let me pull up my name generator unless you think I should go as a theme or something, but I honestly don't think I'm not sure what theme I would use to begin with. Should also make sure I bookmark this in this browser. There we are. So welcome, Raymond. You retake the new model, thank you. Looks like the nickname is Kofra. Can I actually remember where the letters are, please? I hope I'm well, thank you. I think I'm doing mostly well. How are you? What did I catch? You just chose my starter. Oh, and welcome, Grief. But, how are you doing? I did finally decide to start running Bun, which I was planning on doing after I finished PokeMMO. But in all honesty, I've pretty much lost interest in that at this point. So, starting this instead. Made it past Archie, Pyrotag, Deathless. That sounds kind of absurd. Where's my... here it is. I guess I'll level up my Mediocre thing. Window 3 set antenna scales. And it's still impressive. But having that many hurt skills does seem like potentially a bit much. I mean, it's obviously a hard game. I got a potion. It's have to go beat up Brendan. I should also get the fishing rod while I'm at it. Now, I did look into which of the starting encounters potentially had decent held items. So I'm considering delaying my routes 102 and 103 encounters until after I get my Route 104 encounter. Just for compound eyes. The only really dangerous battle before then is the metronome one. Yeah, I may as well just spam bite here. Yeah, me too, but it's up to me. Okay. It's obviously unnecessary. Doesn't really increase my odds by that much, considering they're not great to begin with. It's just like 5% Twisted Spoon on Abra and 5% Poison Barb on Badu. Faulty Helen music to be this good. The game director probably. It does feel very nostalgic. I probably should go and get some Pokeballs in addition to what I'm given at the start. It is Svola. I'm not actually sure whether that's obtainable in this game. Brief would know better than I would. I can get my running shoes. Spot is not obtainable. Sorry about the bad news, Raymond. The key fish were in the little patch of water in Littleroot. Buy these in sets of 10, obviously. Probably shouldn't blow all my money off the bat. I do think a little extra is a good idea. But down here, I believe the possible encounters are Surskit, Lochad, Timpole, and Cineon. Hang on. I forgot to do that. Little Rutan fishing. 40% for Surskit. 20% for Lotad. 20% for Finion. 20% for Timple. I think, in my understanding, Surskit is probably the best and Finion's probably the worst. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. It's a registered bat. Is the Nuzlocke rule apply to water patches? Yes, it counts as being in the same area. Let's see, we have a temple. I'm pretty sure if I try to chip this down, it just dies. Yes, I can. Test that. Okay, a level 3 simple. Oh, I guess I haven't exported my data yet, have I? Scripting. Copy it out. If I can choose a waterish Pokemon or not? Well, it depends on the area. But in areas with both grass and water, then yes. Against a random Timple. Yeah, this is absolutely dead. So, time to chuck Pokeballs, I guess. Welcome, Neon. I'm doing well, thanks. How are you? Hopefully this doesn't take too many balls. Not promising so far. Three balls in and not a single shake. Almost done with work. Hopefully freedom is sweet. It makes you want to finally listen to the sock rolls. Do I? It seems like an achievement, to be honest. Feel of True Twig. I think it's a cute Pokemon. Let's run and bun, by the way. It's a ROM hack that's generally considered to be one of, if not the hardest Nuzlockes. So I suspect something like the original Crystal Kaizo, not Crystal Kaizo Plus, is more difficult. I only know of one person who has ever done that. Alright. Nickname. guess her name is Frigg. Good luck, thank you. Do I have my palette on or off? Okay, it starts off by default. I should probably go ahead and heal before getting an encounter. I only played Radical Red and it was hard. I've heard that one is fairly difficult, but I haven't tried it myself. Counter here is Funnel B. I have never used one of these in my life, and I don't know how good it is. Can I chip this down without knocking it out? Definitely not. Yo, bunny, it is a bunny. Yes. Need to name a Pokemon after you? I guess I could. I've pretty much been using a name generator. Have I ever used a Spinda? I have not. There is actually a trainer coming up that uses one. And it's kind of a nightmare because it has metronome. And metronome is obviously very luck-based. There's no way to prepare a safe line against it. Guess we can name this Neon. You loved using metronome back in Crystal. I mean, it's kind of fun to use in a casual playthrough, but in a Nuzlocke, it's kind of a nightmare. Alright, and then I'll get an encounter here, which there are a lot of good options. I think Growlithe is the best. Sizzlipede. Not bad. Okay, does this thing survive and absorb? What level is it? 3? Yeah. Looks like it definitely survives an absorb. It is quad resisted, so that makes some sense. Should let me save some Pokeballs. Do they have all the Pokemon? I believe this game has all Pokemon up to Gen 8, though they're not all obtainable. I can use berries, though I have a limited number available. And I can only use them as held items, or outside of battle, but that would be a waste. A Glint Ball, probably because I was able to chip it down. One thing about naming Pokemon after chatters is if the Pokemon dies, I would feel bad. The Zoilus. Am I spelling this right? I am. Bun as in bread? Or like bun as in a bunny, like Bunnelby. Alright, let's take a look at what I've caught. This is plus attack minus speed. And it's IVs. There we are. Starter is guaranteed 331s. HP, attack, and special attack, not bad. High defense and special defense. Definitely on the slower side, but I don't think I can complain. Break is minus defense plus speed. Not great IVs, I have to say. White Bunnelby? I think it's specifically referring to Bunnelby. I think it was actually named after a person who has run in Bun as a username. I don't know too much about that. Bunnelby is minus speed plus defense. Fairly good IV as a switch from special attack, but I don't think Bunnelby really uses that. And again, it is on the slower side. This is a paid neutral nature. Really well-rounded IB, as though its physical bulk isn't great. Have I ever attained Pokerus naturally? I have exactly once in Soul Silver when I was trying to do a badge quest where basically you need to catch a shiny before each gym badge. But I kind of got burnt out on very quickly. So I never even got one badge in that. But I did find Pokerus, so that's something. Alright, so no... I suppose I should check whether there's any reason for me not to just level these up. The current cap. We can find Nuzlocke. Seems pretty straightforward. And then will be also I don't have to think about anything there. And then there's Timple. I am going to need to delete a move. I can just delete Supersonic, that's such a bad move. It's cruelty that you can't watch all this because you need to sleep. But you have work. Oh yeah, you do have a night shift now, don't you? So you probably have to go to work. Alright, so just go ahead and... roll these up. This game does have built-in level caps. You want to eat Pokeblocks? They look delicious. I'm not sure how they would taste. You just woke up, they also need to leave, really. You have something else going on besides work? Yeah, let's get rid of Supersonic. It's so bad. And hopefully these four are able to get through Route 103 without issues. You don't have money for the benefit of working, so you're double cooked. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Alright, now I need to... Oops. Export. Import everything here. You can't do anything yet because you don't have money yet. Well, Prizu, are you not able to work because you don't have money? I'd imagine that would make things difficult. There we are. So this is the first trainer. Start with the Puccina. Which I can outspeed an Oko with Bug Bite. It's going to get off the quick attack, but that's fine. And that should probably... Hang on. That brings me down to... let's say 32 HP. Then I asked whether you were doing anything besides working, and you said you couldn't do anything yet. Well, yeah, I asked whether you were going to work or just doing something else. I don't know, I'm kind of confused. And so thorough. I kind of have to be. This Nuzlocke is one that you can't really do just based on vibes. the question is... what percent... Sizzlepleed's current HP is... I'm not actually sure whether this baits Lillipop or Rookidia. Sorry, this just makes you laugh. The calculating. So I think I can just figure out what I'm doing either way. I don't think it matters too much. A Sviger can definitely be annoying. Seems like basically everything I have can at least handle the Lillipop. Even Turtwig, which is weak to wing attack, can handle the Rookidee. Whatever, I may as well just send it. Baiting Silas. I do want to save. I can upgrade the other save. It's... oops, did I accidentally say no? There we are. Just go. I mean, I think I can afford to. Start off with a Bug Bite. Take a Quick Attack. It's a crit. Should be fine. The question is whether that did enough damage to bait in Rookidee next, or is it just the Lillipop? It's just the Lillipop. So we'll bring in Kafra. Or, actually, I should just stay in. And... Bug Bite again. I thought Juniper is your favorite Juniper. Not sure how I feel about that. It's not like I'm not thinking right now, it's just... I'm not thinking this completely through. Okay, how much damage can a critical hit wing attack do? 20 damage. I'm above 20 HP. It should be signed to just Ember. I need a crit. I'm Svigered. I need to switch out now. My best option... it's probably Neon. Wing attack. not swaggered. Then... And can I just knock this out with a quick attack? I think so. And that's the first battle done. Pretty easy. Will you take hooked one runs in a more serious manner? You don't really need to unless you're doing a challenge run. Alright, next trainer. This guy has bugs. Is there any reason I can't just get away with spamming Ember on Sizzlepine? This does have Spark, which could paralyze me. Let's save their own Sizzlepine. And I may as well just send it. Air Timber for the Sizzlepine. Yeah, I don't really have anything to worry about here. Let's just go. Lights later on are definitely good to need more planning. Oh, welcome, Mercer. Thank you for 11 months now, jeez. I'm just gonna Ember. This may or may not OHKO. It does OHKO. It should bring in Sizzlepine. Never mind, it's just Pineco. Do I just go Sturdy? I forgot to show the actual battle. My bad. Let's see. I guess we just Ember. Again. Activates Oranberry. And Missile shouldn't do too much. Even if it got 5 natural crits, that still wouldn't do much. Just knock out another Ember, and comes there's Sizzlepine. I guess I can steal its Oranberry that's Bug Bite. I don't see any reason not to. I guess I can use Wrapped. If it does use Wrap, then I'm potentially in trouble. So yeah, let's just switch to Frigg. Use Bevel, they should chunk it down. Activates its Warrenberry. What's the most this can do to me? 15 damage. Even if this doesn't knock it out, it does. Alright, second trainer down. I also forget whether my Collins is active. There we are. I suppose I should figure out what I'm doing for this next fight. Lead with Skiddo. I should probably lead with Sizzlipede again. I can just knock it out with Bug Bite. And that beats... Layout speed and out damage both of them, so I think that just beats in Litleo. In which case I should probably switch to Simple and just Bubble. Then comes this Psyduck, which I should be able to deal with Turtwig. Seems straightforward enough. Just countering grass with fire, fire with water, water with grass. Simple stuff. It seems like a pretty good number of berries. I could be way off on that. I don't know what the ranges are. I think I forgot to heal. Or did I? I did not. Okay. Man. Let's fight it. Skid is down. Get Slumber that does nothing. Here comes Litleo. And I could eat its berry, but it would set up in the meantime. Question is, do I still 2-hit KO it? It's Blunt Bite into Bubble. I do actually. So I probably should Blunt Bite again. What's up with Vorkup? That's fine. Switch to Frigg. And Brett does a chunk, but then it should go down to a Bubble. Psyduck. Which I'm guessing is going to Psywave. This Bubble Beam can only deal 5 damage at most. I guess that's probably a roll. Highest damage it can deal is, what, 10 or 11? I think that's how Psywave works. So I should be fine to stay in. He is Echoed Voice. Is it Psywave? Did that just do max damage? I think it did. Shouldn't be fine to just Echoed Voice again. Activates its Oran Berry. There's another Psywave. Which I tank. Then I switch to Alfred. That's probably another Psywave. I should just be able to finish it off with an Absorb. It looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. Great. We're trainer down. And I think it's the spin the trainer next, if I recall correctly. Yes, it is. So it's my best lead into the Swirlix. I'll play it. Turtwing? I think I just need to give everyone Oran Berries and hope for the best. No real way to make a foolproof plan on this one. Should probably save. Not sure what the point of that is actually, but I'm pretty sure this fight is gonna take longer than 40 seconds. So I'm just going to take my break here and be back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Time for the first major RNG check of the run. Hopefully my luck isn't too bad here. Or we might be looking at an early reset. I could lower its stats, but I'm pretty sure I just want to take it out as soon as possible. Hang on, am I looking at this right? Yeah, I just absorb. I was going for Fairy Wind. Or my starters? The game's starters are the Sinnoh starters with their hidden abilities. So Turtwig with Shell Armor, Chimchar with Iron Fist, or at least I'm not sure whether it gets Iron Fist utterly, but it will get Iron Fist. And Defiant Piplup. They each have their own. Oh gosh, here comes the metronome. Flame. I guess just using Fairy Wind again. Then comes the Spinda. Which I may as well stay in on. I'm pretty healthy. Okay, best move on it. Bite it. It has Fake Out, I forgot about that. Chord change. I don't think there are any battle effects for that to do anything with. Again, I don't think that does anything. Probably a good thing I didn't try to lower its stats then. Rage use heals for so much. Bone Club, that's not very effective. Watch it pull out Fire Blast or something. I had to say something. Okay, Coffer's still alive. And burned. I think I do need to switch out at this point. Who is my best option? Neon? No. That's who I love. Crash into the chunk. I think I can just... Wait, does this outspeed? I outspeed. I should be able to knock it out. Okay. Metronome trainer defeated with no losses. Time to do the catching tutorial. Not sure I went that way around. probably should check is whether I'm missing any items. There is a spreadsheet I can search. I can just find any mention of the areas I have access to. With how it's separated, I'm not sure whether I need to search each section individually or whether I can search the entire thing. I need to probably chip it down more before throwing a ball. You only have one ball? Dang. I do think it's interesting that none of the usual teleporters have access to teleport. And I'm guessing that's because it would potentially be broken as the player had access to it. Since there are areas in this game where you're not supposed to be able to leave in the middle of. So it's teleport that could allow you to sequence break. But anyway, I'm not sure it matters that much what I lead with. And they're gonna be like flying in bug type Pokemon here. Pokemon spawn here. Ferris, Weedle, Scatterbug, Blipbug, Sizzlipede, Ekans, Salandit, Venipede, Combi, Yanma, Wediba. And Weedle's good, Scatterbug is good. I already have a Sizzlipede, so that's a dupe. Salandit? I'm pretty sure can be good if it's fast. Yanma is also good. And so we'll just say to bring. Oh yeah, I do want to take their items. Make sure I deactivate my repellent. Scatterbug. I believe that's good. The question is, can I safely chip this down? It's level 5? Oh, it's Mudslap maybe? What most does it get at level 5? Heckle, String Shot, Stun Spore. So it can't do a whole lot to me. Let's go ahead and Mudslap. Stunts for is annoying, but should be Sime. You just keep lowering its HP and accuracy. Paralysis might make this take longer than it really should. Alright, that should be Sime. Go ahead and Pokeball. And it's caught. Now, what am I naming this? Bingo. And I don't believe this gets compoundized. Actually, it might when it evolves. Let's see. Oh, it might have compoundized. It does, nice. It's at level 9. No reason not to immediately evolve it. Wait. Yeah, if I evolve it twice, it should get compoundized back when it evolves into VGen. And compoundized Stunts for it could be really good. What's the accuracy on Stunts for? Oh, my special attack is rough, I'm pretty sure. And Stunts for is 90 accuracy in the game. But compoundized, it's guaranteed. The level cap is level 12, so I can go ahead and fully evolve this. Ingo's a Spupano. For not too long. Protect is surprisingly limited in this game. So it's actually a really valuable move. It's not like you can just teach it to everyone by TM. Ingo wants to learn Air Cutter. I absolutely want that move. Normally I would get rid of a move that has low accuracy. But that's not really applicable when I have compound eyes. I couldn't just get rid of tackle. I can see string shot potentially being useful. Stun. Now that I think about it, stun spore is just better, isn't it? Unless it's something that can't be paralyzed. In other words, an electric type, which I probably don't want to be in against anyway. You're at a string shot. Alright, and now... I can go back for the encounters I delayed. So Route 102 and Route 103. Rickety, that's pretty good. Watchling also would have been nice, but Rickety is probably better. I should be able to just stun spore this. Okay, so the question is... This does have hack. I love what modders do to old Pokemon games. It is pretty cool, some of the stuff they do. Okay. Rookity. What level is this? 5? So it has heck. What am I doing? Leer and Fury attack. I also need to let an export Divion. Copy and paste. Tackle. If I assume this has minimum physical bulk, critical hit tackle could potentially knock it out. So let's just spray. Hopefully with paralysis this shouldn't be too much of an issue. At least the ball is shaking. I want to switch now though, that my defense is lowered. There's something else I can ship this down more easily. I assume minimum special defense. If I roll crit, I could ways could knock it out. So no, not really. Let's just keep throwing balls. Still not caught. There we are. Rickety acquired. Nickname. Tracina? Something like that. It's ancient Greek, apparently. Or at least derived from Greek. Apparently, it means softness or a delicacy. Probably sitting for a rickety, to be honest. Alright, and then I can get my encounter here. Badu, alright. Wait, this is immune to powder moves, isn't it? So I can't stun for those. I bet string shot would make it easier to catch, but... Alright, because I have compound eyes, this has double the chance of holding a poison barb. Is up from 5% to 10%, I think. Is that how that works? Alright. This thing only has Absorb. My new Rickety to chip this down. Actually, it's level 3. I could probably just use Church Flag. It has a minus special defense nature. It only does 46.6% maximum. So you should be able to use Absorb twice, guaranteed. Reserve rate good. I think it depends on its ability. Gossifleur is probably better. Oh, welcome, Drung. Best is Oid Turtwig. Hey, do you like Turtwig? As long as it's not below House, I'm free to just keep using Absorbier. It's not gonna heal it up enough. Is it? Not quite. Let's just throw a ball. And it's caught. Nickname is... Samar? Interesting. There's something so chill about the Gentry Wild Battle music. I think it's really grown on me. The first time I heard it, it kind of threw me off after playing Fire Red. Alright, let's check on my... New Pokemon does not look like it has Poison Barb, unfortunately. Neutral Nature, Natural Cure. That's... okay, I think that's its worst ability, unfortunately. Its Poison Point would turn into Technician later, which is very good. Hello? Ivy is not bad. 31s in both special attack and defense. 28 HP. Slightly below average speed and special defense, but that's not bad, I don't think. And Rookity Timid. That's not great for a physical attacker, I don't think. That's minus attack plus speed. Ivy is pretty good speed, HP, and defense. This thing is minimum attack though, which isn't great. Speedy Wall though. You like Poison Point, but you're a noob? Well, Poison Point is a bit luck-based. Ooh, turning into Technician is obviously very strong. Adu evolves at level 16 in this game. I have no reason not to level it up to cap right now. Urkady evolves at level 20. May as well just level them up. I should remember to bring my turn my repellent back on. Friendship? Vanilla, it's normally high friendship during the day specifically, but they changed it in this game. Yeah, I finished leveling up. So I guess I need to... Oops. Export now? That's not the right option. Copy. Paste. ASBB, spin the trainer. So next is Ikfala plus 1. This is where things start getting a little tricky. Seems like my best counter to Krabby is my Badu. At speed, potential Oko with Absorb. First I'm gonna take is 2 Aqua Jets. I should probably make that visible. So 18 damage is what I'm taking at most. That would bring me down to 16. And that would beat in Yanma. I think no matter what, that beats in Yanma. Which will either go for acrobatics or sonic boom. It looks like my best answer to that is Vivian. You can take 2 sonic booms. Two max roll crit acrobatics would kill Devion. But with an Oranberry, that's really all it would take. Or that's the only way Vivian dies. After 1 speed boost, I still outspeed. After 2 speed boosts, I still outspeed. So no matter what, I'm only taking 2. So my odds of dying are extremely low, but it's still possible. But after that comes in Clobopus, which does get oku'd by Air Cutter. The question is, do I have a better way of dealing with the Yonma? I have Rookidee, which takes a lot from Sonic Boom. And sadly doesn't do a ton with Peck. But if I do bring in Rookidee, holding an Oranberry, and so crit acrobatics does say well, any amount of damage really, I think, unless it's max roll. I think yeah, max roll would bring me down below half and activate Oranberry. Even then it would be getting off speed boost, so that's probably a bad idea. I don't think I have a better line. And who else am I bringing to this fight? All I really need are Bodu and Zithion though. This Lupian seems good into Clobopus. Oh. And quick attack in a pinch could be necessary against Yanma. Is him leaving Temple behind on this one? Temple's already there. I want Tamar in front. Do I need Oranberries? Buddy never baits in Clobopus. I don't think I need an Oranberry for that. I probably shouldn't put an Oranberry on Budu. Everyone else could use one though. I still need to get used to where everything is in here. I guess what order the pages are in. But yeah, I was going to check on any items I might have missed. I know there's a heart skill coming up. Let's see, item locations. I don't think... And none of those are accessible. Let's find... I guess I should... use this. Find... Literally nothing. 101, nothing. 102? Yeah, I got the berries. That's it. 103. Wait, I haven't found those berries yet. They're on the other side of the water. It's these berries that I... Wait. That's backwards. I think. Oh, welcome, Yoder. I do have a new model now. I just debuted it Saturday. There isn't bar up Route 104 in the area, only accessible through Helberg winds. Okay, I cannot... get that yet. Wait, why is this? Never mind, I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, 104. Lighter, pre-course, 3 badges. Paint attack. You don't buy an NPC, you need floor. Here, floor shop, that's later. Car serve. It does actually search the entire thing, which is good to know. I know where the berries are, I can get those soon. It's just looping now. Nothing in Old Dale Town. I keep misspelling Heidelberg. I don't have access to the woods. That's the randomizer menu. No, these are... This is documentation. I'm playing a ROM hack, not a randomizer. Is there anything I have access to? Don't look like it. Okay. Moving on. I have everything I can get for now. And I could get an encounter here, but I'm delaying that. For a chance of... at Hop Leo once I get Surf. trainer is mostly riskless, there's a very slight chance I lose VGen here. Juniper casually hacking the Matrix just to reach 10% of her true power. That's one way to put it, I guess. Okay, so we always use Absorb here. It always uses Aqua Jet. I do not get the Oko, which is unfortunate. And it should still be fairly high on HP. Metal Baden Yama. I think it's interesting that it's folding an Iron Ball. It'd be kind of broken if it weren't, though. I'm guessing that's why that's the case. This is either going to be Acrobatics or Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Okay, that's good. I'm pretty sure Ingo cannot die now. And the rest of this fight is completely riskless. So now I Air Cutter, which may or may not Oko. It does make things easy. And then Air Cutter should be an Oko on the Klaba post. Welcome Butterflies. We are insects, running and bunning. I'm very upset that all the VGen patterns are not in ZA. Yeah, it sounds pretty disappointing. Alright, here's the next trainer. The Mediocre one. This is a very odd trainer. Since I have Protect, I think this first one is easy. I outspeed it with Air Cutter. Protect on the bounce. It's a guarantee to hit KO. And comes the next Magikarp, which does outspeed me. And it has a Focus Sash. Why is this one faster than the other one? It has a plus speed nature, I see. Worst case scenario, it uses Hydro Pump and confuses me. They're heading off. Alright, have a nice day. Hopefully work isn't too bad. And I could just try to chip it with Tackle. I don't want to cut it down too low because then I have to worry about Flail. It looks like both of my grass types have a guaranteed Oko. I just have to worry about confusion. Richfig just tanks pretty much. LA said it's just confusion I have to worry about. Otherwise, this should be completely riskless. And I bring everyone not weak to water, I guess? May as well slap on some orange berries. I still need to take off bones from last time. I'll take that. Give one to you. And to eat some potato salad. What did you miss? I'm not sure because I don't know how long you were gone. But it's just planning to the Magikarp trainer. Only real risk is confusion, self-hits. I want to lead with Ingo the VGen. I think the 40-minute mark when you left. I think you missed a fair amount then. I did the Metronome trainer. Got some new Pokemon. Just did this trainer here. And now there's this guy. Like caught fins. I caught a Scatterbug, a Rookidee, and a Budew. And VGen and Budew took out the last trainer on their own. Used to spin the trainer, he did. It kept metronoming useless moves, so it wasn't really much of an issue. Looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. It should be finished with this battle by then though. Barring really bad confusion luck. Attacked on second turn of bounce. This is Choice Band Bounce Magikarp, which is interesting. Take it out with a second air cutter. Then comes the faster Magikarp, which I think it shipped down with tackle because of its focus sash. Or at least try to. I do not get confused, okay. I'm at 32 HP. Am I in danger? I am not. I think I switch anyway. Oh, I could stun Spore. It's probably my better option. What item does this have again? Focus Sash, right? Not confused. Guaranteed stun Spore. Release Flail. Yeah, that's what I'm playing around. I go with Tamara Khafra now. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think Khafra is a little safer. Why not use the Budew? It does take a little more damage than Turtwig does here. And now thanks to these stuns for I get off a guaranteed absorb. Compound Eyes is a very nice ability to have. Sorry. Since ads are about to start, go ahead and just take all my berries back. Heal up. And I'll go ahead and take my break here. Be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Let's take a look at the next trainer. That's the Minchino one. Or the one with all the Attract and Thunderwave Pokemon. This trainer is very annoying. They also all have cute charm and oran berries. Welcome back, thank you. And thank you for the bless. I'm probably going to need that for this fight. cherry berries now. So it could be useful in this fight. One change they did make in this game to attract is it affects the target regardless of gender. So I can't just use the same gender Pokemon and be immune to it. For this Phanpy, I have some good options. Okay, first of all, let me just clear my team. And Chino, I probably want to leave with VGen. I don't think Nuzlocke is actually that great into Phanpy. His damage output is only slightly better. Better than nothing though, I guess. It's a paralyzed lab team. That's what you mean by lab, but also, what have I said about scamming my chatters? Wait, Butter is actually very good into the Jigglypuff. There's no way to plan for this fight and actually have it be consistent. You get out-damaged by Bolt. You out-damaged the Phanpy at least. Guess I'm leaving Bunnelby behind. I should probably lead VGen for the Minccino. And use Cherry Berries to counter the Thunder Waves. Yeah, I guess I have a general plan. Can't really get too specific with this one. Wait, these aren't cherry berries. Hey, so you'll get the cherry berries. I know how to use that calculator in mobile. Like how to export the Pokemon information to import it. But I don't think I do. I got Chesto berries. Here are the cherry berries. There are gamers in our anime voice chat. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Probably something I wouldn't know anyway. What do I think is the most delicious berry? I wouldn't know. I'm not really an expert on Pokemon berries. But yeah, no, I can give everyone cherry berries. In Blue's Discord, I see. Would I like to join later? Maybe. I feel like this community might be a bit big for me. I find that when there are too many people, it's harder to actually get involved in my experience. Alright. This is another battle that's going to take a bit of luck. Or at least not getting terrible luck, so hopefully this goes well. So do I don't think I have a reason to go for paraflinges. I think they're just very cluttery. It's the orangeberry. Underwave, I have cherryberry. I'm now vulnerable to getting paralyzed. I can at least get off one more egg today. Pretty nice, that's lucky. Out of the cards, you don't need Calc Trust for Run and Bun. I don't think anyone has even made it to late game without using Calcs. I think the furthest anyone's made it is like Flannery. Alright. So here's Jigglypuff. I may as well stay in, I think. I'm not in any danger. Do we have stunts for this? Nah, we'll just start Cutter. There's the Attract. So at the very least it shouldn't be going for Attract again. They should probably switch to Tamar. Is this Thunder Wave? I grazed the Cherryberry. We outspeed. They do. So now I should be able to just take it out with Sludge. There goes Jigglypuff. That just leaves the Phanpy. So I just absorb. Which is a 2-hit KO. Wait, that did slightly less than half, so it didn't activate Oranberry. Okay, am I in danger? This damage the critical hit Stomp can do is 16. I'm fine to use Absorb again. I saw Oranberry. is another tract. So it shouldn't use a tract again next turn. And I should be flying to switch. I do not speed though. It takes so much damage from Stomp. This thing does not have center wave. But honestly, I should be fine. You switch to Kafra. Take a Stomp. It'll either go for Stomp again or Attract. Okay, it's just Stomp. And I get flinched. That's another RNG, so Battle Gun Deathless. I think next is the boss fight against the Aqua Grunt. It is. Do I have a good answer to this? Is to use Rough Skin or Berry. Air Cutter does not make contact, so you don't have to worry about Rough Skin. It's most likely going to use Bite into Aqua Jet, which with an Oran Berry should never kill me. So I can just Air Cutter twice. And I could go for a... I think Vivian's better here. Unless... Vivian might be better suited to one of the other Pokemon in this fight. I'd probably want to steal the Chronogram's Salac Berry so it can never activate. And do I think of Neon the Buttlebee? Neon's helps a little bit. I haven't really been doing much of anything for the most part. A welcome Kai. Can't get over how cute my model is. Thank you. Stinky, stinky pie. That's rude. I should probably... take all the cherry berries first. Help. I guess that's covering my menuing, isn't it? Not that I'm doing anything important right now. Now that I think about it, has Bumblebee done anything yet? Maybe something. You know, I have to ask me to remind you who my artist and rank person is. Well, it's on my Twitch page, so you can just check my credits panel. Though Nuzlocke seems like the perfect counter to execute. If I use it to steal Ragonk's Select Berry, although I couldn't just stuns for it. Yeah, what exactly does Select Berry do? And it boosts speed. Okay, it's just one stage. It's not two stages. So yeah, if it's paralyzed, then it's going to be very slow. I don't feel like I have to use Neon. I'm using Neon when it's a good idea to. I'm really just taking the least risky options I can in this game. So if I never let it eat its Select Berry, or if I guess I don't have a reliable way of paralyzing it, do I? Okay, first of all, if I bait, or if I take out Carvana with VGen, what does that bait? Neither of the others outspeed. One of them does have Fake Out, which I can just protect. I think that just brings in Trogunk, which should Fake Out, which I can just protect. Then I can stun Spore. I guess the question is, do I take too much damage before that? Or I take double crit. It's 27 plus 18. That's 45 damage. After Oran Berry, that leaves me at 9 HP. At 9 HP... a crit Poison Sting as a single roll to kill. So the odds of that happening and what's critical hit chance in this game? I should check that. Mechanic changes. Let's search for... oh wow. Welcome, Squirk, and thank you for the raid. I was not expecting that. But thank you for wishing me good luck. As you can probably see, I'm just getting started here, so... not very far in yet. Just planning for the Aqua Grunt at the moment. And I was checking on what the critical hit chance is in this game. Oh, it's right here. 1 in 16. So... the odds of VGen dying are 1 in 16 to the 6th power, which sounds like fiction to me. Is it really something I want to risk, though? Or need to risk is the question. Because even if I do paralyze the Trogunk, do I have something better to switch into? Practice stranger than fiction? It certainly can be. If I steal its Salak Berry with Bug Bite, the most amount of damage I can take is 9? If I take 9 damage... that's 3645. It's still an extremely low possibility. It's just the P dying to the execute. So I guess the question is, what do we use to finish off the Crawdunk? I don't seem to have anything that matches up super well into it. But for the most part, my Pokemon don't match up poorly. As long as it doesn't... as long as it's not able to eat its Salak. So my best option seems to be a Rickety. I think I'm gonna have to send this. And I'm pretty sure Oran Berries are my best bet across the board. Again, I'm leaving Final B behind. Once again, leading with Ingo. It's down exhaust trust. Well, the only thing I really have to worry about is 3 consecutive max crits. Which again are extremely low odds. I just do not like taking risks in general. Not bad odds. Yeah, pretty good. It honestly seems like anytime my odds aren't guaranteed, I get nervous. Alright, so I should be fine to just cutter this twice. Take a bite, and it should be guaranteed Aqua Jet now. That did not crit, so Vivian should be safe. The screen shows up the worst second. Or did it? Okay, here's Krogong. I can protect the Seiko. I'm safe to paralyze it. When it froze, it looked like some bad foe rolls, I see. Okay, and now... on what HP am I at? 27, no Oran Berry. So, 27 against a paralyzed Krogunk. That's what paralysis. And I could just attack, I think. Because even if it eats its Select, it's not going to outspeed. So it's not going to be able to use Belch. I have a guaranteed 2-hit KO. The worst it can do is Poison Sting me. Crit Poison would be 9 plus... How much does Poison do? But 1/12 HP? No, that doesn't seem right. 1/8, I think. This isn't the right page. Poison status. It does more than Burn, I'm pretty sure. And Burn is 1 in 16. Engine Gate. It is 1/8. One 8 of 44 would be 5 if it runs down. So I take 14 damage at most. And 2 air cutters is a guaranteed KO. That just brings in execute. Which I have the entire rest of my team to deal with. It's probably my best option. It's a Sala. Oh, welcome, Kraka. Thank you for the raid. No crit, no poison. Makes things easier. Shout out Quaka. I probably shouldn't do that. I keep forgetting to do your shoutouts, honestly. In Zikr, I'm always just focused on something else. There we are. Hey, yeah, welcome in, Quaka. Attempting to Nuzlocke run and bun at the moment. Let's see. I'm at 23 HP. This is likely to... Oh, and thank you for the subscription, the Alba. Sorry, it feels like there's kind of a lot going on right now. Okay, what's the most amount of damage this can deal to me? 18 with confusion. I don't have to worry about self-hit because I outspeed. I just hit critical hit, bullet seed, 10 damage at most. I should be perfectly fine to stay in. And I get the crit. Alright, that is the first boss fight done. Oh, thank you, Quaka, for the subscription. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that crit mattered at all, unless I got stuns for it there or something. And thank you, Freights, for the bless. Yeah, I don't want to forget to pick up the heart scale before leaving, and I should also buy more Pokeballs. Let's get all of the Casualot group in on Run and Bun. I'm not sure that it's something all of them would like to do. Run and Bun Cage-Log. Does this game even have PvP support in? I don't think it does. You should head to bed, I'll be working. Have a good night. Okay, I think the hurt scale's right here. It is. I should stock up on balls because Doofer doesn't have a mart. Shouldn't be mart, what am I doing? You brave soul? I guess I am. Potentially brave, depending on how you look at it. Not exactly any consequences for sailing. It's kind of lost interest in the MMO and wanted to do something less grindy. Because you actually have rare candies in this game, and I think that the way this game is specifically designed for nuzlocking really caught my interest. I cannot be held responsible for this, for spending all my money on Pokeballs, or for playing Run and Bun. I don't think I have anything else to do before going to do Fern. I got all my encounters aside from Bellbreak City. Picked up the berries, picked up the heart scale, restocked my Pokeballs. Me playing Run and Bun? No, I have been interested in Run and Bun for a while. Just never really got around to playing it because I was busy with PokeMMO. I think part of the reason I didn't start before was also because there were just so many other people streaming it at the time, all of the big Nuzlocke streamers. Right, what was I gonna do here? You got hooked by Run and Bun too because of someone? Yeah, that absolutely would have been on me. Okay, are there any items here I need to pick up? A silk scarf. Almost forgot about that one. Sludge on TM. I think silk scarf is in here. It is. Then where's Town Hall? I didn't realize there was a Town Hall. Oh, is it the building where everyone's talking about what's hip and happening? It also seems a bit early to be getting a technical what? I can talk. Technical machine that power soul. I don't remember anyone here actually saying anything interesting. Sure, buddy. And no one in here gave me anything. So what am I missing? TM40 Sludge Bomb given by an NPC inside Dewfern Town Hall. Yeah, I don't know where that would be. Okay, does this game actually have online capabilities? Or is that just something that they left in? Sure. I'm pretty sure you've spoken with everyone except going into the gym. So you don't know what I'm missing. Unless that's a typo or something. Rock furthest northwest of the beach connected to Duford, Route 106. Thing I have to get through trainers to get that. That's everything in Duford. Alright, do I have any reason to delay my Duford encounter? I know Granite Cave is potentially something to delay. I don't think it's worth fishing here. Definitely not worth delaying the encounter. I don't think 107 is worth delaying. I don't think 106 is worth delaying. Yes, we'll go ahead and get my encounters. What am I doing? Recon. New cap? Yeah, the level's cap is what, 17 now? Pokemon here are level 8. Don't... Well, I probably should level up Vivian, shouldn't I? At the very least. What moves does it learn? Poison Powder and Sleep Powder. Wait, Sleep Powder is 80 accuracy in this game, isn't it? So with Compound Eyes, that's guaranteed. Same with Poison Powder. I see it's Struggle Bug, which is nice. Enough to choose between some good moves. Protect is important. Air Cutter is pretty important for a damaging move. Tackle can go. Struggle Bug is also important. Especially when I have Shell Armor on my starter. And the last slot should probably be Sleep Powder. nowadays sleep powder is basically just for. Let's just do it. Vitamin powder would be good for getting around something like a focus band. But I don't think that's something I have to worry about for a while. Plus something like toxic is probably better for that. I'm sure you can get toxic users later. Of course I could be wrong, I don't know this game all that well. Definitely need sleep powder. Then I get struggle bug. Alright, are there any Pokemon I should hesitate to level up here? Earthquake should evolve. Oh, 16. And we'll learn Razor Leaf. I'm not sure the best move to get rid of. Anyway, Timple will also evolve. Learns Mud Shot, which I should probably forget Mud Slap for. Because lowering accuracy isn't exactly reliable. And there is Sislapine, which will just get Bite. Smokescreen seems unreliable in this game. I mean, it's an accuracy lowering move. Of course, it's... I forgot it was... Stolen Rare Candy. It's perfect accuracy, but of course lowering your opponent's accuracy is inherently unreliable. I think I'll just go ahead and get rid of that. And also... I'll free up to the cap. And let's get rid of Mud Slab. I don't think I forgot to make that invisible. I don't think I have any reason to delay this evolution. Of course I could be way off on that. And I can check it. Oakum PB. And it's too late now, even if I check. Yeah. Yips. I don't seem to be missing out on anything. I'm pretty sure that's also true of Churchwig. Or Mega Drain HE Power Seed Bomb. Did we miss out on Synthesis? Torterra gets Synthesis later. If A is a hard scale. Probably not worth delaying. Alright. Get rid of Smokescreen. Yeah, but is another one that will evolve. There's no reason not to evolve it though. He doesn't get any more moves. It looks like ads are starting in a couple minutes. I am going to need to take a break when that happens. Alright, Celia. And I already looked at Churchwig. I'm not really sure what move to get rid of though. I think... Well, Razor Leaf is obviously its best damaging move. Absorb can be good for Sustain. And Fight and Growl are both decent since I have Shell Armor. I don't have to worry about crits bypassing the drops. Fight does provide decent coverage. I'm tempted to get rid of Growl. Not sure whether that's a good idea, but... It also seems like a lot of the time, if I want to lower someone's stats, then I end up taking a bunch of damage anyway in the process. And need to switch out into something that's not immune to crits anyway. So, something like Intimidate or a Struggle Bug seems like a better way to reduce attack and special attack. And Growl is only one stage, I'll get rid of that. Go ahead and evolve Khafra. Alright, forgot about Sand Tomb. already went through my thought processes for getting rid of Girl. I guess we'll get rid of Confide. And are starting here, so I'll go ahead and take my break and be back in just a few minutes. Alright, answer over and I am back. The next Pokemon I was gonna look at is Rookidee, which I'll get Pluck, which I believe is a strict upgrade to Peck, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise I can just get rid of Sand Attack. And that's just 35 power, no secondary effect. This is 60 power and eats their berry. Doesn't look like either of those moves were changed in this game. I have my Bunnelby, which I guess I can also check. Also does not evolve. Gets Mudshot, I guess. I can get rid of Tackle since that's just worse than Break Attack. And again, I don't really need base Mudslap and Mudshot. Double Slap actually has 100 accuracy in this game, which is nice. Yeah, let's get rid of Tackle. And I guess immediately replace Mudslap with Mudshot. Alright, and now I guess I go ahead and get my encounter. I should probably leave with Zizzion so I can just put whatever it is to sleep. There are a bunch of fighting types, so I want to leave Bunnelby behind. I did turn your talent on. Timber, I think that's good. What does Timber get? Found Bear's Focus Energy Bide. I don't have to worry about sleep patterning it. It's not like it'll deal more damage with Guts while it's asleep because it can't attack. But now that I think about it, as a Pokemon has Guts and Sleep Talk, does it deal bonus damage that way? Can't say that's something I've ever thought about. Can I afford to chip this down? Oh, I forgot to export and import again. Oh well. I'm gonna just change this manually. Struggle bug. I assume minimum special bulk. A crit does just okay. So I don't think I want to risk it. It's asleep anyway, so I can just chuck Pokeballs at it. And it's already awake again. Just using Bide though. Hopefully I don't run through too many of these. Second ball, not bad. Nickname. And I guess I'll just pull up my generator again. Solomo. German and Dutch form of Solomon. This generator always comes up with interesting names. Alright, and then do I want to do these next encounters in a particular order? Route 107 and 106, do they have any overlap? They do not. Armored Horsey Carvana do not show up in 106. So yes, it doesn't really matter. And this will restore my sleep powders. And it's fuel. That I don't think. Yeah, what moose does this thing have? Probably a good idea to check that. It's level 8. So it should have Encore, Growl, Water Gun. No, it shouldn't have Encore, should it? Growl, Water Gun, Powder, Snow, Rollout. I can just put it to sleep for now. Do I risk chipping it down? No, I do not. Zooey Ball. Let's do the sleep. That's 2 turns of sleep. And let's call it. Let's consult the name generator. Solly. And then 107. Nirvana, okay. I guess we once again shake its mouse. Focus energy, rage, bite, leer. Everybody putting it to sleep. Definitely cannot chip this down. Mud and Ball. I know if nothing else, Carvana does well against the Dwebble. Prevent it from setting up sticky webs. Aylor. Alright, let's see what we is caught. Using sheer force, not guts. Neutral nature. Good HP and speed. Defenses are lacking. Attacking stats are below average. Sully. Is it really adamant? That's unfortunate. Decent bulk. A bit slow. Taylor is also neutral nature, 0 HP, high attack and speed. Oh, high attacking stats and speed. Those things a glass cannon. Probably not gonna be getting much use out of rough skin in that case. Right, I should probably actually put these in my pretty. Also probably exacerbate doing this. Like so. Okay, now I guess I check whether I want to delay any evolutions. Or not evolutions. Any level ups in general. I probably want to get rid of focus energy. It's pretty unreliable. Mirror also doesn't seem like it's gonna get much use. Oh, welcome George. Thank you for the health check. Give me 1 second. Health has been checked. And welcome, Silly San. Alright, and then there is Spheal, which will get Ice Ball, Charm, and Brine. Charm is strictly better than Growl. Ice Ball... Oh, Brine's better than Water Gun. Not sure about Ice Ball. It seems like a way too risky move to use. Probably better than Rollout at least. Always shame to Lurk, decided to go out of your Lurk to say hi. Well, I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying it. Wait, there's one other Pokemon I was gonna check. And that was Timber. Which does get low kick and rock throw, but again, I can just get rid of focus energy. Wait, does fuel? No, fuel does not evolve yet. Go ahead and level these up, and then I can export them to the calculator. And then I can figure out the next few fights. Definitely want Aqua Jet. Get rid of focus energy. Water pulse. Honestly, Rage probably isn't that valuable either. Considering how much of a glass cannon this is. Yeah, let's get rid of Lyra. Lower my Folly to level 9. Oh, these aren't even perfect accuracy anyway. These are both pretty bad. I mean, potentially usable with zoom ones or something. But even then, that seems like a very niche case where I am safely use a multi-turn move like this. Place water gun with Brian. New place focus energy with low kick. Get rock throw. Did I get rid of Bide? Seems like I'm never gonna use Bide. I don't see it ever being useful. Except in very niche scenarios. Alright, now I export Puppy. Paste. Go ahead and this might prevos to the trash. Because I don't have them anymore. Oh, welcome, Turtle Latte. I'll tell you. This was the last trainer I beat. Next trainer is for the Stario, which apparently outspeeds basically everything I have. And it's Aurora Beam. does not seem fun to deal with. Especially since I don't have any... And he gets Asper Berry that prevents freezing. Seems like a... don't have any Amphius counters. And I can lead with Vivian. Go to sleep with sleep powder. Hope that it stays asleep. Wanna switch to Brittle. And hope that I don't get frozen before I can get off laser leap or razor leaf. Seems risky. Do I even need to switch? I can just stay in with Vivian after putting it to sleep. It has natural cure. What does that do again? Is that gonna wake it up or something? No, only if it switches out. But now that I think about it, does having natural cure affect Switch AI in this game? The AI in this game does not like to hard switch in battle, but it's possible. I don't see anything in here about natural cure, so I don't think that's gonna trigger a switch. I guess Vivian's probably the safest option. I can keep Crottle as backup. Vivian outspeeds both of the other Pokemon and out damages both of the other Pokemon. It turns an Oko with Air Cutter on Lombre, so next should probably be Eric Kuda, no matter what. Especially since Lombre doesn't have any priority moves. Or does it have Focus Sash or something? Once Eric Kuda comes in, I think it should only ever Aqua Jet if it sees a kill. Otherwise, it should go for Peck. So the question is, assuming I don't freeze, what's the maximum amount of damage I can take? Single turn wake up, non-freeze, Herald, crit or beam is 32 damage. That'll bring me down to 26. I have an orange berry that would put me at 36. I have a guarantee to hit KO. So yeah, 36 would be the lowest I'm at. Which should always beat Peck. And a critical hit Peck does 26 at most. So at the very least, I should be able to take another hit. But I can just sleep powder and... Then do I stay in or switch? Hang on. This will leave me at 10 HP at worst. Which would beat a high roll Aquajet. But again, that's very low odds. Keep in mind this line is dependent on me not being frozen. So that would take high roll crit into high roll crit. Or not just high roll, max roll specifically. And that would just leave Lombre left. Which I cannot put to sleep because it's a grass type. It does have Teeter Dance, which is annoying. Seismic Toss has a consistent damaging move. Roselia is a very good counter to this. I should probably have a secondary one just in case I come up the Infusion. Oh, welcome, Les. Totally not late. You are perfectly on time. Escapade speed ties and takes way too much damage from Bubble Beam. The Roselia will never beat Bubble Beam. If I lose the speed tie, I'd potentially die on a Bubble Beam crit. Oh my, I'm doing well, I think. How about yourself? I don't really have a good backup plan for this thing. F Rockety. Guess I probably should bring Rookity. What's this? I'm doing a run and button Nuzlocke, as you can probably see. You're dead, but you'll survive. Hopefully you feel better soon. Take a good rest. So the question is, what do I do if I do get frozen. In that case, I think I need to switch to ready. And hope I don't get frozen again. I get hit by 2 aurora beams. Get chain 36. 2131 was Oranberry. Am I winning? I haven't lost a Pokemon yet, so that's a good start. And then there's Arrokuda, this Flying Jump Peck, another 14. Me down to 17. Aquajet does 3 at most. And then I just continue to deal with Lombre as planned. So I guess the question then is, what do I do if Grotle also gets frozen? I think... Wait, hang on. If I... Pre-status... I pre-burn VGen, then I don't have to worry about getting frozen at all. So the question then becomes, do I take too much damage? I don't think so, because then I can just switch to Grotle, deal with the Arrokuda. The only damage I have to worry about is a single crit Ice Beam. And 2 Burn Ticks. In fact, Sleep Powder might not even be the play here at all. Burned is 1/16th. So it does 3 damage each tick to VGen. At 6 plus 32 is 38. Brings me down to 20. With Oranberry, that's 30. Should always beat an Arrokuda. Honestly, it's probably still better to go with Sleep Powder. Oh, maybe not, because that's less consistent. And against Arrokuda... I could potentially come down to 1 HP. After a critical hit Peck and another Burn Tick. In which case... depending on my HP at that point, it'll bait either another Peck or Aqua Jet. Although if its Flying Gem is used up... Does it even bait Peck? Yes, it still baits Peck. So with a very slight chance of baiting Bite. Not that it really matters because Groudle should be able to take anything. Flying Gem used up through Protect. If you protect a gem boosted move, the gem does not get used up. That came up in the finals of the Cage Lock we did. The winners finals, Manor thought that if he used I think it was Ground Gem Flying Arrows into my Wide Guard, he would still be able to activate Unburden, but it didn't. Yeah, I think if I pre-burn Vizzion, this is completely riskless. Well, not completely, because I still have to deal with... Well, even with Teeter Dance Confusions, I can still keep switching because I'm not taking any damage. So yeah, this should be completely riskless. I guess the question now is, who else do I bring? In case I missed something. I don't know. Maybe just something that can outspeed if I needed to. Probably these two. Alright. So let's... Wait, I also have Silk Scarf, but I don't think that's useful in this fight. So go ahead and maybe Oran Berries. I also don't have to worry about lowering Ingo's damage output because it's all special attacks. High status, burn. Great. May as well save. I don't think I've saved since catching all those Pokemon. Okay. I think I have a solid plan. I don't need to sleep powder here. It's more consistent if I don't. I believe I just Air Cutter for highest damage. The guaranteed 2-hit KO. And if I guess Struggle Bug into Air Cutter also would have been guaranteed. And either one works. I think the flinch chance is more valuable than the special attack reduction, since it's hidden crit. I mean, either way, it's luck based. Okay, here's Aracuda. I'm still at 34 HP. Still have my Oranberry. I can absolutely take a peck here, I think. Let me double check that. Crit Flying Jump Peck. 26 damage. Plus burn is 29. I am good to use Air Cutter. I could Sleep Powder. I don't think I need to though. Yeah, I think I just Air Cutter. Lucky crit makes things simple. In comes Slambre. This thing, can Rebel Beam, Cheater Dance, or Seismic Toss. I cannot put it to sleep. So the highest amount of damage it can deal is 22 plus 3 from burn, which is 25. It doesn't have Pursuit or something like that. So I guess I just Air Cutter and potentially get the Oko. I do not get the Oko. I see Bubble Beam. So now I just switch. Which I think my best option is Zoya. Hit Cheater Dance as I switch to Rockety. Wait, I forgot to bring Rookity. I'm stupid. Yes, for steering. So what moves is this gonna go for? Should be guaranteed Seismic Toss because I'm currently confused. I can just switch to Groudle. Groudle waltz this pretty effectively. Wait, I don't have Groudle either. I really messed up. Down. I'm trying to think about this. If I switch to Carvana, which I do have, and this is guaranteed Seismic toss, right? Because I'm already confused. Seismic toss is highest damage. Does Bubble Beam count as speed control? Even if it does, I'm fine to take a Bubble Beam anyway. The important thing is that it should never be Giga Drain. If I switch to Carvana, that should guarantee it uses Giga Drain. Which means I get a safe switch back to Roselia without getting confused, and I can take it out with Sludge. Okay. There's Seismic Toss. Oh. I guess it's very low HP now, isn't it? Probably could just Aqua Jet to take it out, but I don't want to take an unnecessary risk here. To be guaranteed Giga Drain. There's the Giga Drain. I had Spin. Sludge's highest damage. Not to steer, but still managed to do it riskless. Let's make sure I actually have my team correct next time. Take my items. I don't know how I managed to forget to switch my party members. Good thing I didn't need to switch to Gretel. Alright. I will say though it is getting pretty late. I think I might just call it here for today. Which I guess means I need to figure out who to rain. Yeah, let's rain blue. Slash green. Blue ether. I do also want to shout out Squirk since I didn't do that earlier. There we are. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube and would like to join the raid, feel free to switch over to Twitch. Next stream should be tomorrow. I'm probably going to be trying my Dungeon Ascenders Iron Man challenge with the Warden. And after that, should be more run and bun next weekend. But as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.